A new type of learning style is explored. We learn what happens after the big show and hear what some students think about a recent internet outage. All that and more coming up on Wildcat News. Hello and welcome to Wildcat News. I'm Jenna Polson. Many students have an idea of what they want to do when they graduate from high school, but some need a little more inspiration to start kicking their minds into thinking about what their future career path is. Let's see what happened here at the high school.
Most kids have an idea of what they want to be when they grow up. But just as soon as they go into the high school, the reality of life kicks in. Colleges and businesses came to the high school to share how their presentation can benefit the students and help them decide on what they want to do in the future as a career.
I think the career fair is important because you get to see so many different types of careers that you might have not thought of unless you went to this fair.
I think the career fair helps me by finding careers that I'm interested in. Even if I'm certain in my career, I feel like this gives me an insight on things that I could do if I wanted to.
From deciding whether to work with animals and be a veterinarian, or serve in the Army and protect their country, the career fair showed the students what possible careers could best suit them.
I think that the career fair helps me because it gives me a wide variety of options.
Honestly, nobody really takes it seriously, but I think it helped me because I was out there talking to people, getting first-hand experiences.
After viewing all the possibilities for the future, the students were able to realize just how many majors could get them a job for the many years to come.
So it turns out that the students found their career fair as a useful experience. For everyone that isn't a senior, don't worry, the career fair will be back next year. The world of technology is a tool that is used daily and plays an important role in education. Some of us rely on the internet, but what happens if a tool is completely taken away?
Technology plays a big role in the impact of students' learning. Recently at the high school, the internet went down unexpectedly. So here's what the students had to say about that issue.
I feel that this is one of the worst days of my high school career. I can't do anything. But you know, the day goes on. I learned to survive without my internet, without my Instagram, without my Snapchat. But I try my best, but it's not really the best day to be a Wildcat.
It's really difficult to do, school projects and papers and stuff, but we have to keep going. Life without internet. It's fine.
I think it's kind of funny because today's society is so caught up in the internet, so I think it's just kind of good for everyone just to take a little break from Wi-Fi.
So apparently, none of the students really enjoyed the internet outage. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. For Wildcat News, I'm Tommy Saratella.
This goes to show how the internet is important to our education here at the high school, and when it is taken away, it's hard to get things done. Physics can teach you a lot about the world, how the world works, but can it teach you how to build cars? Let's find out.
Recently, the Warwick Valley High School physics classroom held races between mousetraps fabricated into cars by students. These students had 6 weeks to come up with the process, the design, and the means of making it. They then launched their creations to test how long it took and how far it got.
My thoughts on this whole car thing process is it was a long, hard work of building the car, finding the materials, and putting it all together. You got to figure out how to do the axle, and then how to pull it back the right way so the mousetrap accelerates the car past the line. Our car was fortunate enough to pass the line the first time, so I'm very blessed for that to happen, and I thank my group partners for that as well.
Making these mousetraps, I definitely learned that I can do a lot of things I didn't think I could do, and I learned how to apply some things we've been learning in physics to kind of the real world, and actually, doing them in a hands-on approach.
Well, most of physics is formulas and plugging numbers into an equation. With this project, we actually get to do something for real. We get hands-on experience and get to take what we learned in the classroom and apply it to real life.
Physics may not be for everybody, but when applied to a real-world situation, you'd be surprised how helpful it actually is.
I honestly love physics. I think it's really cool, especially having projects where it's hands-on and students are able to learn about the different aspects of the course while they are creating this project, and then when they see in action, it's a product of their work. So it's like that aha moment when they have it right in front of them.
It was nice to see it kind of in action. It really helped kind of take inspiration from others. So.
It was really cool to put it together from start to finish. Probably should have took more time to do it, but we got it done.
For Warwick Valley Television, this is Eddie McCarthy signing off.
Applying what you learned in class to a hands-on project is always helpful to one's learning. It's one thing to understand a concept, but you'll never know the impact until you experience it for yourself. There's a big debate going on right now about whether college athletes should be paid. Here, bringing some different points of the view of the topic, is Dan Walker.
Recently, many people have been wondering whether or not college athletes should be paid. We came here and we asked the students and staff of Warwick Valley what they think about this issue.
Yes, I do think college athletes should be paid outside of a scholarship. If you think about, for instance, basketball players, how much money they bring in to a program, to a school, and all they get is, a free ride as a scholarship. But I mean, what if they get hurt? What if something happens? They can't perform at a professional level. Something, cuts their career short, and they have nothing. They have no money from, their extraordinary talent. So yeah, I think they should be paid while they're in college, bringing in money for a school.
I feel like they should be paid directly because of how much effort they put into the sports that they play.
I do not believe college athletes should be paid monetary compensation. I think that in college they're getting a good education. I think that's the most important thing. Most of the college athletes don't end up being professionals. They end up using their degree that they earn in college, to better themselves later on in life.
That's a difficult question. On one hand, I think it would have to depend on the level of play. If you have a Division I kid playing Duke basketball who is going to get a ride to the NBA, right, where companies are already making money, endorsement money off of them, then I would say they deserve a cut of that.
Absolutely, I believe they should be paid because colleges, they're making millions of dollars off these athletes. There should be some compensation, even if that pay is in the form of scholarships or whatnot. Basically, you have athletes who are going through 4 years, not getting much of an education for all that, or even 1 year for the best, and they're going out and they're making millions, and there should be some compensation and just more than name recognition for them.
So there you have it. Many people have very differing views upon whether or not athletes should be paid directly or if scholarships are enough for their education. For WVTV, this is Dan Walker.
It seems that the issue is very controversial, but it's good to have multiple points of view about issues in our society. Don't go away. We have more Wildcat news coming up after the break.
How do you think the math test was? I thought it was really good. Oh, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Alexis, come here.
You want to rip? Oh my god, yes. I needed this so bad for my math test last period. That was so hard. Oh, it was so hard.
Hey guys, what's going on? What's that?
It's a Jewel. It's mango flavored. Do you want to rip?
Nice job, Maggie. No, I'm okay.
Whatever, more for us.
At the time, this may have seemed like a defining moment. Saying no won't change your life, but saying yes might.
Welcome back to Wildcat News. We have some more interesting stories here for you today. The hit play Mamma Mia at the Warwick Valley High School nearly sold out on every showing, which was a spectacular thing to happen. But what happens on the stage after the show? Let's take a look.
The Warwick Valley High School is familiar with set design for plays, but not many people know of all of the work that gets put into breaking down the set after a show. This is also known as set strike.
Set strike is the day after the show closes, in which the entire cast and crew come back and they dismantle the entire set. A lot of times we reuse our stuff, especially if it's brand new wood, we reuse it, and it's actually just not destroyed but dismantled from top to bottom and reused later.
Set strike doesn't just benefit the future plays held at the high school, but it also benefits the students helping as well, through implementing simple craftsmanship skills and giving them a time to further their friendship.
I like breaking down sets because it just allows me to get closer with friends I already had. This is my senior year, so everyone's going to be breaking off and such within a few months. So it's just fun to get the last few moments like I have with memories and with new people, or actually old friends that I've had for a while. It's kind of dope and you just enjoy it. And it allows me to get closer with my teachers, so just fun.
As much as people love to act and perform on stage, set strike is just as fun for some individuals that enjoy the work aspect and help prepare for the many shows to come.
It's amazing to see what goes into a drama production before and after the play takes place. Before spring break, we went around the school and asked people what they plan to do on their week off. Let's get into what spring break had to offer for Warwick Valley High School. Around this time of year, spring break is right around the corner. So with that, we decided to go around and ask what people are planning to do with their break.
What am I doing over spring break? Not a lot, really. I have to stay in my deck, do some yard work, do some spring cleaning. Nothing very exciting.
Over spring break, I'm basically just going to stay at home, hang with some friends, maybe go to the city, Six Flags, you know, that whole thing.
Over spring break, well, fortunately, unfortunately, my wife works in the Newburgh school system. I work in the Warwick school system. Our spring breaks are during different weeks. So the week that Warwick is off, I'll be hanging out with my son and we're going to do all kinds of things. The following week, that Warwick has school and Newburgh does not, I'll be spending a week in the Poconos doing all kinds of things.
This spring break, it ain't really nothing but just the grind of music, making some more music videos, some more music coming on the way, working on the album and the mixtape. So this spring break is going to be something spectacular, you know.
This spring break, I'm planning on going into town and hanging out with my friends. For WVTV, I'm Jenna Polson. See you next time. What outstanding responses. This just further proves that with a little break from school once in a while, anything goes. The staff at WVTV hopes that everyone had a wonderful time during break. Many students dislike the classroom setting, finding it hard to just sit and absorb information. Administrators realize this, and at the elementary schools have started to implement a new, more active type of learning.
You get a second turn, do it again, 50 to 100, right? Because we want you to be really good at this. We are going
Kinesthetic learning has been introduced to Park Avenue Elementary and Sanfordville Elementary. Students in every grade go every other day for 20 minutes. The district implemented action-based learning based on the profound research.
Kinesthetic learning has been shown through several different research studies from Harvard to Stanford and many others that the impact really helps with memory, with reading, with writing, with mathematics when you pair motion with an academic skill.
A step inside the new kinesthetics labs in both elementary schools might seem like recess, but it is actually an amazing catalyst for learning. Kids are playing a version of rock, paper, scissors that is allowing them to memorize their basic math skills.
When you learn material with both your body and through a visual stimulus or an auditory stimulus, it makes a stronger connection. When you're able to look at a material on a test or when a question's asked, you're able to draw from a physical feeling or something that you've done in the past, and it really makes a stronger connection so that you can recall information.
Kids are having fun while exercising and learning, plus the benefits are outstanding. Kinesthetics is about connecting physical movement and academic performance. The motion helps students concentrate, learn, retain information. 20 classes pass through the class in any given day. The benefits of the Kinesthetics Lab, also called ABL or K-Labs, as they are known by the students, are carrying into the classroom.
They really enjoy the activities that they do in the ABL lab.
They have favorite activities. When we come back to the classroom, they talk amongst themselves. That was so cool. That was so exciting. I hope we get to do that next time. So they do talk about the ABL lab a lot.
When students come back from the lab, they are much more energized. They're more excited. They're ready to do whatever activities we have to do in the classroom. And they seem more focused.
I have two students in particular who don't do a lot of outdoor play or active play, and I really notice that when we've been at the K-Lab and we come back to the classroom, they have a calmer attitude, that it really does help them to be more focused.
An exciting opportunity to enhance children's learning has proven itself to focus the students.
A few of my students are really having a difficult time remembering counting by fives. So practicing the counting by fives while they're moving has really helped them internalize that so that they can recall it easier when asked to in the classroom.
I would say yes. I have a student last year who really in the beginning of the year started out in the lab really not engaged, not really wanting to participate, and by the end of the year she was excited to come. She always wanted to participate, and she was always trying to beat her best score at whatever she was doing.
400 students have the opportunity to use these labs with their classes. The teachers and students alike are loving the addition of these labs. The success stories from both schools are a perfect example of the real impact of its new addition to learning. While many children might not enjoy gym or recess, children come alive in the K-Labs. The Warwick Valley Central School District's willingness and commitment to adopting newer philosophies in teaching extends beyond kinesthetic learning. Not only happening at the elementary level, programs and strategies are being rolled out throughout all levels of learning.
I think we're always learning a little bit more about the brain, and so the kinesiology is just one other piece. We're also pairing in mindfulness, social-emotional learning, and trying to, especially at the high school level, allow for many different pathways to graduation. So we're trying to allow each student to express themselves in their own way.
The numerous benefits of kinesthetic learning has made a great impact for the students of Warwick Valley. This step forward is the future of education.
This new type of learning has been insanely popular with the students and has greatly improved their participation in the classroom. Our final segment is a look into an addictive substance that is gripping the school. To learn more about this substance, we've sent our best man for the job, David Abb. Let's see what he found.
Drugs. Drugs are one of the most dangerous substances known to man and to teenagers. However, a new substance has gone on the market recently. That substance? Candy. I'm going to search the school halls to see what people's opinions are on candy. All right, let's go. Now, Julius, what's your opinion on candy?
I like it, even though it gives you cavities, but it tastes good, so.
Well, my opinion is I love candy. I wish I didn't love it, but I do love it.
Brandon, what is your opinion on candy?
It's really good. I like it.
What's your opinion on candy?
You know, I'm a big candy guy. I like candy. I like a good candy every now and again. I'll say that much.
What is your opinion on candy? Well, you know, my opinion on candy is that it's the greatest thing ever created by man, you know, like, it was the greatest. I mean, it's crazy how far we've come in the grand scheme of things. We can make these little small, like, candies. It's amazing. You know, I couldn't have said it better than myself.
I think Werther's Originals are my favorite type of candy. I'm gonna pop one right now.
Here, I'll hit it with you too. I'll hit it with you too. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's good. I'm
Well, thank
sponsored
you.
by Werther's. Werther's Originals, the candy of the greats.
As you can tell, Warwick loves candy. And to be honest, who can blame him?
Well, folks, you heard it here. Warwick loves candy, and thank you, David, for reporting the obvious. We'll make sure to sack you after the show. Well, that's our show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page to watch this episode and many others. For WVTV, I'm Jenna Polson. See you next time.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Action!